Another reason why I love Amanda is her obvious love and appreciation and focus for her family and on her family. From the first date we went on, it was interesting for me to see how family was kind of the center of conversation, um, and how easy it was to talk about family, whether it was, about our relationships with our siblings or our parents growing up, and our fond memories or kind of more fun memories and less fun memories. It was interesting just how those were the center of our conversation, um, and that was important to me. And seeing her talk about her parents and her brother and her sister-in-law in such loving and intimate ways was very attractive to me, and um, reassured me as to what type of family I could potentially have with her. And those, as things progressed and got more serious, it was easy to think about those kinds of things, and talk about them. And it was fun to see how um, our desires for future families, um, how similar they were. So that was very reassuring to me in the relationship, was just her focus and desire to have a family and have a close family like the one she came from. And along with that comes a big reason for me of loving Amanda is our sense of compatibility. Um, I know it's kind of cliche, forgive me, but um, we just we're like two peas in a pod, like two pieces of a puzzle that finally fit together. We just fit, and it feels good. Um, I've never had that feeling with anybody else. Any other relationship in the mission, and other dating experiences. It just it feels good to connect with somebody on so many so many levels, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, you name it. Amanda and I have found um, some amazing compatible. We Yeah, I love the fact that we're so compatible. And it's kind of ironic in many ways, like, and uncanny. Just the similarities as we spent more time with each other, we're just like, you do that too, or you read that book as well, or you've thought of this before. You know, it it was it was fun to be on so many of the same pages in our lives, whether it was books we'd read or you know doctrinal questions we'd had. Um, we it was we just found some interesting similarities, um, that I can't deny were God given in some instances, because it reassured me of the goodness of the relationship in ways that I hadn't experienced before. But one kind of humorous similarity we had that was just so ironic was the habit that we both have of hearing someone talking or thinking about some word or sentence and typing it out with our fingers, even though we're not next to a keyboard or a computer of any sort. We we type out on our legs or whatever what we're thinking. It's kind of weird, I know, but we both shared that in common. It was quite the crazy day when we both realized that. But yes, I love Amanda very much because we are compatible. And not to say that we're the same, but that we work together very well. Um, and I really love that. Um, Another big reason why I love Amanda is because, well, she's beautiful. I mean, look at her. Sorry to make you blush, but she's gorgeous. And in not a... And I like to compare it to, she's beautiful like, a temple is beautiful. And she might take this the wrong way, so let me explain a little bit. Most people, when they see a temple, they think, oh, they say it's so beautiful. And of course, the church doesn't build ugly temples. It's kind of redundant to say a temple is beautiful. But as I've come to think about that a little bit more and how that relates to my love for Amanda, is that, we expect temples to be beautiful. But nevertheless, when we go and we actually see it, we're surprised by how beautiful it actually is, and in what ways its beauty appeals to us. And in that similar way, Amanda is very beautiful to me. The fact that, she's not unexpectedly beautiful, but surprisingly beautiful, if that makes sense. I expect her to be beautiful because she is, but every time I see her, I'm caught off guard by an aspect of her beauty I hadn't before seen or understood, or maybe it's the same one, and every time I'm just kind of floored by it. So I love Amanda because she's beautiful. And as a final kind of concluding thought, let me just say that I'm grateful to all of you who've had an influence in Amanda's life, and say to you that I'm kind of envious that you've known her for so long here. I've known her for a year and a half, and only known her really well for just under a year. And I think about it and think of the 21 years, or 22 years, excuse me, she's been alive, those 22 years that I haven't known her, and wishing that I could, have known her all those years. It just makes me think I've got a lot of makeup love to give her. And I will assure you that I will love her as best as I can, as best as I know how. And I will try and give her all that makeup love. I think it won't be too hard. She's pretty easy to love. But yeah, thank you for the influence you've had in her life, and for throwing her this shower and allowing me a couple words here to express my love to her. So I love you, Amanda, and hope you have a great day, and thank you all.